I don't think people are panicking too much about it. They've had time to digest the manifesto. The tax policies have been in the public domain for quite a long time now. I think that the general message around wealth creation, pro-business, and importantly stability and continuity, that resonates with a lot of our clients. That's not to say there aren't issues and there aren't certain policies that are hitting home. We've had a lot of dialogue in the last year about private school fees having VAT, the abolition of the non-dom regime. I think there's a general recognition that the fiscal situation is far from ideal, and there's a concern if we can't hit the growth targets that Labour are looking for, then will tax be the...
Let's get straight to it. What are your... I don't know if you can answer this question or not. What is the average wealth of your clients?
Oh, well, we have ultra high net worth, so probably liquid assets in excess of...
7 to 8 to 9 figure clients.
Yes, definitely.
What are they doing about the potential for a Labour government?
Well, we've got a lot of international clients, a lot of internationally mobile clients, so the abolition of the non-dom regime, and just in general, I guess the situation here is not just one policy in isolation. One policy in isolation is fine. When you look at the policies collectively, it is making clients reassess their options, certainly. I think, and tax is an issue here, but there's a whole host of non-tax issues that would be the primary drivers here. So quality of life, fiscal, legislative stability, economic growth going forwards, but I guess the issue for the UK in general is we're looking at this at a time of relative decline for the UK in attractiveness.
That was a wonderful answer, but it wasn't an answer to my question. What are your clients actually doing to mitigate their risks at the moment?
Well, we've got a lot of clients that were coming to the UK that haven't come to the UK. They've changed their minds. Clients that have become UK resident relatively quickly that are deciding to relocate in the future. The clients that have been in the UK for a longer period of time, I think it's more so trying to assess what the options are and see what changes may be on the horizon and take action accordingly.
We're hearing a lot about it in different circles, people going to Dubai, Italy, another option, right? Those are sort of, a couple of the destinations, right?
Well, that's the irony of the situation we find ourselves in. There are a lot of jurisdictions that are actively trying to attract wealthy individuals from the UK, Dubai being one of them, Italy, Spain, Switzerland. But again, it's less just the tax issues. There's a whole host of non-tax issues that often drive that. And if you combine them together, then it's an issue for the UK.
And let me just bring up Labour's promise, no tax increases on working people. But the definition of working people is quite narrow, isn't it?
What was the savings answer in the end? What did we get to? If you've got £1,000 of savings, then you're not a working person? What was the number?
Well, this is it. I think £1,000. And the issue is it's so ambiguous, it's very difficult to quantify. So capital gains tax is invariably a tax on working people in certain situations if they have assets.
So it also suggests that working people do not put their children in private schools.
And again, I think there are many individuals that save up a long time to make sure that the kids can go to private school, and I think they will be hit the most by the proposals in relation to that.
So just on that point, what are the consequences if people do move their children to government schools? Because it seems as though the idea of putting your children in a private school sort of benefits the entire system. You take pressure off the system. You shouldn't be penalised for it on top of that.
Well, I think nobody knows exactly how things are going to work out in relation to the legislation. Obviously, there is a lot of concern, the impact it will have for private schools and the impact it will have for the Middle England as such. I guess in terms of what we're seeing from our clients, we're seeing clients try to quantify the cost to them and try to plan for that. But we're not seeing, anecdotally, anyone actually considering taking the kids out of private school.